Aries, from 21st of March to 20th of April. Aries is a masculine sign. Description is energetic, youthful, and masculine. That's why it's more suitable for men than women. Planet is Mars. Normal behavior, inflammable or hostile. Day is Tuesday. Favorite jewelry is sardonyx. Valuable stones, bloodstone, amethyst, and jewelry. Metal is iron. Rose that brings good luck, Herb Robert. Suitable color, red or crimson. Lucky number is number 9. Organs at risk are head and face. Mood happy, gender male. Luck daytime, direction eastern, behavior strong. Good characteristics in people with this sign: honesty, generosity, compassion, mercy, wise leadership, ambitious, balanced bravery, following the instructions of those who are older. Bad characteristics in people with this sign: impulsiveness, selfishness, inappropriate jealousy, grumpiness, authoritarianism, violence, impatience. Aries first sign. This sign is inflammable, just like fire buried in the sand. Once it gets out of the sand, no one knows the consequences of that. One who befriends someone with this sign will think they're befriending someone who's quiet and peaceful. However, once you get closer to them, you will realize that you are burning in their fire, the fire of hell. This mixture of calmness and anger is normal to someone with this sign, since they have an incredible amount of hidden deception that no one can describe, even those who think they're smart. The coldness on the face of someone with this sign makes you think they're a very quiet person. This is the power of this sign. The person with this sign, in general, is a peaceful person. However, when their fire ignites, they become criminally evil. A lot of them can fool others with their childish, innocent looks. This sign has an incredible ability to put up with difficulties, hardship, anger control, and revenge from their enemy, whilst their enemy cannot tell they're plotting against them. The first side to a man with this sign, who Saturn looks at, is blessed, patient during hard times, likes people and likes to have a good time, doesn't like to have deep relations and prefers meeting strangers than those in his inner circle. He's generous, sane, and likes to help others. People's opinion of him vary. Some like him and some hate him. He can't tell who likes him and who hates him. He can have a good time and a bad time at the same time. Happy and sad, healthy and sick. You can worry about him from severe headaches, heartaches, and other problems, in his way that may send him unconscious. This is because he poured his water where he shouldn't have, and he lit his fire in December, and all these changes gave him this misery. If you want to get rid of all these horrible things, write for him the appropriate prescription and hang it on incense, Bakhur, which is Jawiyud. That should protect him from all these evils, and God knows best. The second side to a man with this sign. If a Jupiter person looks at him, he marries women in ones, and is feared that there's a lot of gossip surrounding him. A woman might be close to him, but she makes him tired all the time until they eventually separate. Maybe women are hostile to him because they feel that he is their worst enemy, and they want all the worst things to happen to him. God knows best. The third side to a man with this sign. Looking at him from Mars, it's feared that he moves from one place to another, and maybe things come out of his hand that he may regret later on. Unfortunately, regret is not helpful. Usually though, the outcomes aren't that bad. You can see him in compassion from heart to heart. However, there's always room for trouble, so don't tell your secret to anyone because some people are your friends, but others are your enemies. This is what is feared most if you are a nice person. Woman in Aries sign. God gave this woman innocence that every honest person likes, because this is an angelic feature that you find in a virgin, and the childhood innocence and shyness. Anger in this woman is a result of injustice of others to her or of a misunderstanding of her point of view. She is not clever, but she's innocent, and her smile is representative of her innocence. She defends herself by crying, wailing, and screaming. She likes her father if he was understanding and supportive. If not, she looks for an alternative father and an idol. This woman can be faithful and a good wife in all meaning of the word. She hates cheating and is happy enough with one man in her life. She distances herself away from adventurous women and illegitimate relations, since she thinks this is disgusting. First side. Sane and a lady of her household. Moderate height and good looking with good eyebrows. Proud lady, rounded legs, thick lips. She has nightmares with men. She is always angry and hostile when in conflict. Sleeps a lot. She compensates for all of that with her children. She encounters a lot of men and asks for intercourse. It's feared on her because of magic. She avoids human contact. Second side. White woman might be yellow. Most of her children are male. She has golden hair and a good smile. She is liked and likes to seduce men. She has a thin voice. Her partner is worried about her from even cold water. Good looking, her favorite days are Friday and Sunday. She likes mud and likes men. She is unbearable when angry. She turns her friends to enemies. Third side. A white woman who tends to be yellowish or very tanned, loves perfume and adornment, dear to the soul. Volatile, round face, long legs, thin in body, with a desire to buy and sell, with fraudulent intentions. Doesn't care about anything she does. Most of her children are male. Gets pink eye often. She is unbearable when angry. Most people despise her. Loves intercourse, and her look of men is horrible. Gold-colored or yellow-bodied woman who seeks her own destruction and bewitches. So warn her. He is afraid of her sinking in the sea and sees death within her eyes. Pigeon and beef agree with her. Blue clothing suits her. She is jinxed often, gets fire burns and animal bites. As she gets older, people despise her more and more, and she dies in the blessings of God. She has a son whom she sees good on his hands. She gets money in her youth and is poor throughout half of her life. And men eat her money. She was quite poor when she was young and doesn't keep anyone's secret, not even her own. She always disagrees with other women. She is the lucky one from her siblings, as she is always the most favored when it comes to giving, clothing, and affections. Less fortunate from her brothers. She gets hardship and torment from her children. But there's a boy who always makes her happy, and she gives birth to a dear son, because he will become one of the bosses of the positions. Most of her illnesses are in her liver. She complains about heartaches, shoulder issues, and joint problems overall, caused by humidity and cold gusts of wind. She should have lemon syrup, sumac food, pomegranate, and tamarind if she is menstruating, and if she is pregnant, recipe for the herbs of fourth origins and lamb is what she should have. And she may only marry one man, and her white men are better, and she obtains another because of the woman. And if the second husband has a sign, then it's the best of men and falls with many without a book, loved by her husband's family. Some of them talk about her. He is afraid if she dies when she is 3 or 5 to 35 years old. If she survives, she sees her children and is afraid of a brown woman in her face. A sign or trail that seeks to destroy her. She works for her witchcraft that is buried in cemeteries or soaked water, and her joints and nerves relax. They kiss and obtain a pilgrimage and a visit. Beware of traveling the sea. She has luck in white men and the lords of high positions. She marries a man who gets children from her as if they're in the palm trees, in literature and morals. She sees goodness from them. No one is hostile to her, but God's victory over her.